Hey there, Reverend Sully, Eric O'Sullivan, ordained on the internet. The caveat, as always, please do not burn your hands holding on to my hot takes. If you do, well, that's on you, pal. Today, we're doing an unboxing, another unboxing. Yes, I was inspired partly because of Ironcaster. Yes, you. Shout out to Ironcaster. I'll put his link in the description. And there's a new series on DC Comics coming out with one of my all-time favorite characters. And it's Mary Marvel, or the character formerly known as Mary Marvel / Mary Batson. Who is Mary Marvel? Mary Marvel premiered in SHAZAM comics as the kid sister of Captain Marvel. You know, good old knocking stuff over. Auto binder. Mary Marvel. From SHAZAM, Captain Marvel Jr. And yeah, I'll find a picture of her soon. I should have been more prepared. But yeah, here. This is classic Mary Marvel. This is from 1958. The Marvel family. Marvel. This is has nothing to do with Marvel Comics. SHAZAM, Captain Marvel, was a response to Superman, and an orphan child, Billy Batson, was found the wizard SHAZAM and was given a magic word. And by saying the magic word SHAZAM, Billy Batson, a kid, like a 10, 11-year-old kid, he was transformed into an adult of the Earth's mightiest mortal, Captain Marvel. And it's a great, simple comic book story where the kid becomes the superhero. His secret identity was a child. And this was fleshed out into a movie a few years ago. And yeah, I heard it was pretty good. I haven't seen it. I tried watching it, and I turned it off, to be honest. But over the years and at DC Comics, they've lost Captain Marvel to be closer to the DC property. There were two Captain Marvels. There was DC's Captain Marvel. See, DC Comics bought Fawcett Comics. Fawcett Comics was their direct competition in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And DC bought Fawcett Comics. So this is how the multiverse got created. The Earth that SHAZAM was on was called Earth S. So that had Captain Marvel, Billy Batson. In blue, that's Freddie Freeman, his best friend, who has a disability. He needs crutches to walk. He shared his power with his best friend and his kid sister, Mary. So when they say the word SHAZAM, they're transformed into heroes as well. And this began the Marvel family. And it was just well-hearted, good adventures. There was a TV show in the early 70s that I grew up watching. And it was great to see Captain Marvel fight Superman as well, because Superman is one of his weaknesses, besides kryptonite, is magic. And Captain Marvel's powers are magic-based. So Mary Marvel? Yeah, I've had like a big crush on her for forever. And even in the 90s and early 2000s, there was a version of her with an all-white costume, which was, I just loved that look of hers. And in Grant Morrison's Final Crisis, she was turned to evil and was the host for Dassad's soul. Dassad, the dark, the new god, Darkseid's minion, Dassad, was hiding out in Mary Marvel's body. And she had this S&M leather look. And it was really interesting. But Mary Marvel is one of my favorite all-time comic book superheroines. and I think she's pretty. I think she's an all-American girl. She's quite positive. She doesn't have any of the modern hang-ups. And but the new series that's coming out, I saw the concept art by Doc Shaner, and I'm just so disappointed with it. They took away her bust. They took away her hips. She looks rather matronly. And, and then they got the writer of the new She-Ra show. So there's going to be identity politics and intersectional feminism. They're probably going to change Mary's sexuality, to suit the modern needs of the modern readers. All 12 of you that are out there that are not buying the comic books. But who cares? I mean, I'm not buying them. But what I did buy was this. So when I made a tweet a couple of weeks ago about Mary Marvel's new series coming out with the She-Ra writer, I posted a couple of pictures of classic Mary Marvel. And one of the pictures I found was of the Kotobukia small statuettes. I bought one of these a few months ago, the Baroness from G.I. Joe. It's got an anime flair to it, and so does this. So it's called the Bishoujo statue, and shoujo is means girl in Japanese, as opposed to shonen, which means boy. So Shonen Jump, it's like the boys magazine. In Japan, that's why manga is ruling, because they oddly respect that there are boys that want boy stories, and there are girls who want girl stories. And yeah, I mean, this is what we get when we're trying to reinvent the wheel. Low viewership, and yeah, it's the destruction of all of our comics and all of our stories. But we'll always have the past. We'll always have these back issues until they burn them. And until then, I'll keep buying tchotchkes such as this. This is my little statuette. And here's the box. So you can read it if you'd like. If you'd like, I can put it right side up so you can read it. It's based on art by illustrator Shunya Yamashita. And this series aims to provide figures inspired by Japanese art to fans throughout the world, with over 10 years of history since the release of the first Bishoujo statue in 2009. Countless characters from games, movies, comics, and more have joined the series. Keep an eye out for more exciting additions to the ever-expanding Bishoujo line. Yeah. Yeah, and it's an 8.5-inch statuette, and we're doing a proper unboxing. I will not rip the packaging. I'm not into that. I save all the boxes, I did rip the packaging. Well, that's cosmic irony. Yeah, see? I just did it. All right, Tony Money, I hope you're satisfied. Yeah, there's your tear. Ugh. Such a jerk. Here we go. That's Darkseid. He's a bad guy. Back when you could have bad guys. That's Mary Marvel. I mean, she's just one of my all-time favorites. I literally love Mary Marvel. She's pretty. And she's powerful. She's stunning. She's brave. And this was before 2016, when they didn't exist yet. How? Wow. I mean, yeah, she was just... Da 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 da. Na 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 na. We're radicalized and highly organized. Let's see. Oop, there's tape. Every day is like Christmas. Every day is like... As Robert Meyer Burnett says, and as says, the answer is always yes. This probably won't be my last Bishoujo statuette. I've always had a thing for anime girls. And I think I found a new addiction. Oop. Oop. Yeah, so what are your feelings on Mary Marvel? Do you like Mary Marvel? Do you like the direction they're taking her in? You know, you want to see who her girlfriend's gonna be? Because they're gonna do the whole Allura Catcher thing. It's gonna happen. I mean, you can see this coming a mile away. Oh, this is really, really awesome. Oh, yes, I looked up her skirt. Sorry, she's wearing a thong. I'm not gonna show you. That's for me. All right, here she is, Mary Marvel. Come on, focus. Here we go. I love the background, the SHAZAM thing. As always, they have adorable, cute little butts. What can I say? I'm a guy and I like girls. Yeah, she's got a bust. She's got hips. I mean, she's an idealized, fictional character. I mean, she goes from, when she says her magic word, she's a young person, and then she blossoms into adulthood. And actually, Mary Marvel in the comic books is pretty much age appropriate, so there's no funny business going on. Okay. Trying to get a better, focus on Mary. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, this is Mary Marvel. And she's going next to the Baroness. I think she's adorable. When women are allowed to have hips and a bust and not look frumpy in order not to, because I think it's all about, it's got, there's something about agenda and message and what they call wokeness, yes, but also it's about taking things away from boys. You know what I mean? It's about taking things away from men. And yeah, it's bloody obvious. So yeah, this is my Mary Marvel statuette. It's great. It was worth the price. It was on sale. It was $15 off the price. I love her cape. I love her hair, because it exudes power and motion. And well, yeah, that's Mary Marvel. If I can't have a real girlfriend, imaginary ones will have to do, I guess. She's a little smaller than Baroness, to be honest. Let's give a comparison. Yeah, so there's... Baroness is a little taller. Or maybe she's just petite. Maybe she is in size, in scale, and she's just petite. Who knows? But yeah, Mary Marvel. See that? See that? That's strong. That's stunning. That's brave. I mean, she was one of the original comic book characters that were strong, stunning, and brave, and female, and she was nice and likable. I mean, and she had normal looking hair, and she didn't have to be an asshole or none of the feminist smirk. I mean, that's all just trappings to say boys are bad and boys are wrong. No. I bet you there are more women out there that, like men who are men. And you can't be a good man without being a boy first. And, but yeah, there's just something. Mary Marvel, she's wholesome. She's pretty. She reminds me of my ex-girlfriends. All my exes have, have been, kind of like her, wholesome and pretty, good values, smart, stunning and brave. So yeah, that's that's my Mary Marvel, and this is my unboxing. And thank you so much for letting me share it with you. Um, Give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of content. Give me a thumbs down if you think I'm being an objectifying man baby, just gawking at my pretty little statuette. It's not that I can't get a real girlfriend. It's that I can't get a real girlfriend. Yeah. So why bother anymore? I'll spend my money on Mary. I mean, it sounds kind of awful, but geez, I don't want to be single, but I can't say I'm an incel either. I mean, that's just that's doesn't sound very very good. But also, being single this long isn't voluntary. I'll tell you that much. I'd rather be with a real girl. But thank goodness I got Mary Marvel. Oh, she's so cute. She's so awesome. You know what, Mary? Do you want to have lunch sometime? You do? Okay. Well, that's it. I mean, yeah, I'm just being a goof. And thank you so much for tuning in to me and Mary Marvel. Um, I'm not objectifying her. I just appreciate this character. She's a comic book character. She's fictional. She's not real, but she's an ideal, and she's a super heroine, the female version of a hero. I mean, keep your language barriers to yourself. I'll just gonna enjoy what little life I got left in this body, and what little attention I have in this brain. And yeah, so give me a thumbs up if you like this material. Give me a thumbs down if you don't. Give me a subscribe, and if you could be so kind, I'm an ordained minister. I make theological and spiritual videos. I'm also a professional chef. I make cooking videos, and I want to teach you how to make delicious, nutritious, and beautiful food for you to share with your loved ones at your table. Because, eating alone is eating alone, and breaking bread with loved ones should never be taken for granted. So cheers, and have a great day. Thank you for tuning in.